Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Web3 Pulse. We've not had it for a while, but it's nice to be live back. And we're quickly going to run through some of the things that has happened in the crypto space in the last few days. We're also going to look at some of the trends that has happened in the market. So we are going to quickly run through our news. So one of the things that has happened is we've seen Ripple, XRP and Solana futures sees 1 billion inflows. This news is from Finboard. We've seen major trend into XRP and Solana. We've seen inflows into these two tokens. And futures for XRP and Solana has seen over $10 billion in total inflows since their debut in March and April. And is providing us an outline, letting us know that there's a lot of trend in this place, and crypto futures ETF beat all expectation. We've seen many companies looking to do ETFs. We know that Solana's ETF is going to be approved by October. That's what is the latest trend, right? So that's basically it. We are looking at we are saying that BlackRock was waiting to see this before filing their own ETF shares. Now that Ripple has gotten their case done, we might see XRP ETF also be in the play in the coming days. So that's basically our first news. And then we move into the second news that we have for today, which is about Ripple. Ripple CEO is highlighting 8-year impact of XRP Escrow strategy. And in 2017, Ripple addressed growing concerns about diluting XRP by locking 55 billion of its 80 billion in its escrow account, and it ensured that Ripple could only release a maximum of 1 billion tokens, creating more transparency. And 8 years later, XRP advocate Bill Morgan revised the historic tweet from Brad Garlinghouse, where he explained the benefit of the escrow, provides supply, and even after 8 years, if you did not agree with him, there are scores of compelling reasons why the release of XRP from escrow provides no help for explanation. So today, data from XRP Ledger, XRP Scan provides a clear picture. Out of the XRP maximum supply, the total available stands at 99.985 billion. Is this billion? Yeah. No, it's not billion, trillion. And you can see the amount that has been burnt from supply. And we still have about 35 billion tokens remaining in escrow. So you can see that this strategy that was taken 7 years ago has sort of helped Ripple in balancing its price, and it has also helped Ripple in ensuring that it's one of the top trending cryptocurrencies despite its issues with the SEC. We move on to our next news, which regards regulatory progress. Nigeria has released a new stablecoin regulation. Under the Investment and Security Act, it has classified stablecoins as securities, which ensures that all users can be licensed, their reserves can be audited, and they have to go through a strict AML and KYC compliance. But this continues to have conflicting regulatory process because the CBN in Nigeria still has not provided clear guidance on cryptocurrencies. but we've seen a lot of regulation coming from the Securities Exchange Commission. And one of the things that we can see from this regulation is it has reduced uncertainty for individuals and businesses holding. And we can see that it's beginning to have more formal recognition. But for all these things to work, we need the Central Bank of Nigeria to still come out and provide better clarity with regards what's happening. There's also some news about Bitcoin hitting its all-time high and its current position. We are going to look at all that in our next part, which is our Market Watch. Market Watch is where we look at what's happening in the market, we explore trends in the market, we look at Kaito, we look at Cookie.fun to see what's happening. So let's get into our Market Watch. Looking at the crypto markets, we can see that the top cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin is around trading around 116k. Ethereum is about 4,300, trying to get into its all-time high of 4,800. XRP is doing well, third largest cryptocurrency based on market cap. And we can see Tron has been overshadowed by Cardano. Cardano has been moved impressively in the last 7 days, with that is up about 16%. Hyperliquid is out of the top 10. It's currently trading at around $44, showing significant growth. We can also see some moves from Polkadot. Monero is also doing well. We can see some impressive moves from Arbitrum. And we can also see some moves from Pudgy Penguins is now 50th. Official Trump is still maintaining 53rd on the market based on market cap. We're also going to check Kaito leaderboard. We check what's happening. We can see Falcon, Monad are topping the PTG arena. And in terms of the leaderboard, Kaito has added more projects that you can yap about. You can talk about them. There are some interesting projects that are here that are about to launch, like Symphony, Somnia. Theoric is also a decent project. The Capital Launchpad is where you can actually buy into projects. They've added more to it. It was initially Espresso and Theoric, but now we can see Billions, can also see Rise. So these are projects that you can decide to like get some part of their tokens, like Launchpad. But as always do your research before you jump into any token. And you can also yap. There are more Yappa leaderboard projects that you can yap and get rewarded. And there's also the airdrop part if you're eligible. And you can also stake Kaito. The APR has increased to 10.52%. Then we go to Cookie.fun. Cookie.fun can see that we can see some of the good sentiments in Morph, Bless, Recall, are negative sentiments. We are seeing Monero is currently having negative sentiment, and Bonk. Monero's negative sentiment is largely due to the 51% attack that is currently ongoing on the Monero blockchain, which has like brought a bit of uncertainty. And in terms of positive mindshare, we can see Bitcoin, we can see Ethereum, we can see Solana. This is the first time I'm seeing Bitcoin leading this mindshare list. So it shows the amount of trust that Bitcoin has gotten in the market and the positive discussions about it. And in terms of snapping, you can check out some of the projects to snap on for Cookie.fun. I've dropped him 10 to 763, so it's quite a lot of work having to like continue being consistent, but that's the way it works. You have to continue talking about the project, providing sensible information about the project to get snaps and climb up the leaderboard. So that's it for our Market Watch today. It's quite brief. Today's section is going to be a bit brief, and then we move on to the next part of our live, which is our token spotlight. Token spotlight is where we talk about like different projects. We try and see what is trending and what makes the projects like unique. We also like explore some things about them just to know what makes them thrive. Are they really interesting projects? And most of the projects that we tend to spotlight are usually projects that have either that have been verified on platforms like Kaito, been verified on platforms like Cookie.fun. So we don't just spotlight projects that are likely to rug pull or disappear tomorrow, even though we know that the crypto space can be very dynamic. And our token spotlight for today is a token that has a lot of utility and many people have been talking about it, and that's Sun Coin. Sun token is the native utility and governance token of the Suniverse, an open source Web3 platform built to help communities and DAOs and projects grow within the IOTA and the Shimmer ecosystem. IOTA is a crypto blockchain that largely focuses on Internet of Things. They were very high on AI before AI became the trend, and Sun is one of those blockchain ecosystem that tries to leverage on existing blockchains to just make it easier for community. And the Sun token fuels the network rewards, governance decisions, and DAO operations, giving holders a direct say in how the platform works. So we're going to look at some of the key features of Sun. Looking at some of the key features, we can see that anyone can launch a decentralized creation community with its DAO creation, with token issuance, voting, and rewards. That's not new, but it's unique because people can do this without having too much coding. They have an NFT marketplace for selling and auctioning NFTs. They have staking programs. They have governance where people can vote on proposals. They can actually like vote on proposals and also like delegate their voting. There's also community driven platform. They have fearless transactions where they fearless transaction where they leverage IOTA's Tango, which is this unique ecosystem where users can transact and manage assets without worrying about gas fees, which lowers the barrier to adoption. So that's one unique thing about Sun. Looking at its strengths, some of its strengths include its smart contract free design. Is built on IOTA and Shimmer's feeless architecture. So it's not really using costly and complex smart contracts, and it's already using existing integrated ecosystems, right? Which is very good for adoption. Its DAO and community building toolkit is plug and play for DAOs. It also has a very strong ecosystem synergy because it's integrated with IOTA and Shimmer's Tango network. So it's benefiting from high scalability, no gas fees, and also takes part in new development. It has an early mover advantage as it was one of the first major community tooling hubs in the IOTA ecosystem, which made it to attract a lot of builders, artists, and DAOs. It also has experienced community-driven upgrades during its since its creation. Another thing that it actually has, if you look at it, is if you look at the community sentiment is largely positive with 75.6% high on the project. We also have the fear and greed index. It's currently pushed to the right when you think of it because the market is currently bullish. So I'm not surprised that the fear and greed index is actually high on that. We also have some of the major tokens on its blockchain ecosystem. We have the Suniverse, which is a core hub for creating DAOs. We have NFTs and staking. We have the Shimmer integration, where it integrates with Shimmer smart contracts, which ensures feeless transaction. It has its treasury grant for where users can propose and vote on how community funds is spent. It has its verified communities, and it has its NFT and token launch pads, which make it quite unique. Looking at some of the markets that it's currently listed on, you can get it on PancakeSwap, you can also get it on Meteora, you can also get it on Upbit, and also on Mexi. So those are places where you can get it. But as always, always do your own research before buying any token. Here we're just reviewing the token in our token spotlight. And also looking at some of the sentiments on Twitter, you can see that it has decent sentiment on Twitter, Sun Coin. And another thing that we'll look at so beyond that is just to have a look at the platform. So this is the platform. You can see network ecosystem. It has all this. And you can see it has on its website some conversation from top guys in the space. We can see CZ of Binance talking about it. There is also Jesse of Bees. Jesse of Bees also had mention of it with his media coverage and his adoption stack. It has a very like decent adoption stack with its mainnet, its Sun stack, Intersun, and this is the way its platform is. So it's something you can always check out and look at some of the industry leaders that support it. Founder of Kaito, founder of Solana Labs, president of Solana Foundation, Celestia. Like it's being backed by a lot of top guys in the space. And that's one of the things that you would see about it. And when we check, if we can just see if we can check for the token soon. So looking at the token is 491st on coin ranking. So for people that are interested in it, it has a decent market cap, especially if you think of its potentials. It's one token that has like a lot of potential. As you can see, you can get it on PancakeSwap, on Orbit, on Binance Alpha. So that's the thing about its token. It's currently like trading. Its all-time high was just 3 months ago. So it's a token that has a bit of potentials to like do well in the future. And beyond that, within our token spotlight, we can't have our token spotlight without talking about the crypto evangelist community. We have a unique campaign where users come, they engage with our Telegram bot, and they stand the chance of sharing in a 200,000 naira prize pool, where we give out 50,000 naira every week to the top 10 engagers that engage with our Telegram bot. So you can just join the crypto evangelist community at crypto evangelist. You can see it in the description, and also you can just check the description on YouTube. You can also check our profile on TikTok and also on Facebook to get access to our community. And I'm looking forward to seeing more people coming up. Last week we had a lot of people doing our tags and it was fun. We also have our games night on Wednesdays and we have our new community night on Friday. So just come join our community. We're not asking you to to bring any money. Just come and engage with a fast rising crypto community. And that's all for our token spotlight for today. It's been nice having Web3 Pulse today, and we should be live tomorrow by God's grace. As always ensure that you make your own research, you do your own research, and until next time, cheers, guys.